It has been very nice beginning to the session itself, interacting you all, and happy to see you all again. Going through the agenda in this session, I'll be covering stocks in my watch list. We'll go through the market activity, and then we'll have questions for either of you on the call. So stocks which have gone up last week. The first one in my list is IPDN. It's traded on Nasdaq. It went up more than 47%. The second is GPV. It's traded on TSXV. It is one of the stock which we have discussed in the group as well, thanks to Hassan and some more members. Third is WCP. It's on TSX. It has gone up by over 16%. Fourth is TOG, again on TSX. It went up close to 10%. It's one of the reliable stock for me, which has given more than 100% gain in last couple of months. Now coming to stocks which have gone down last week, CUF.UN, it's traded on TSX. It has gone down by over 13%. Second is DDOG, it's traded on Nasdaq. It went down by 19.74%. Third is AYX, it's traded on NYSE. It went down by 30.66%. Some of the stocks new in my watch list this week are POU, it's traded on TSX. It went up by over 25%. Second is COV, it's traded on TSXV. It went down by 25%. Third is DBVT, it's traded on Nasdaq. It went down close to 45%. Now going to market activity, can you guys see TMX
Yes,
money.u?
we can.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
Yes, Ramal, we can see.
Cool. So the TSX this week, it started low on Monday and then recovered, and that it keep on going up on Thursday. It crossed 16,580 and then saw a small correction on Friday and gave a closing which was slightly upper than its opening index. Similar to TSX, NYSE, it started low on Monday. It went up on Wednesday. It was high. Then it went down a bit on Thursday. On Friday, it gave a low opening, whereas it gave a closing on a higher end, which was above 12,765, which was the highest of the week. So looking at this, you could expect that Monday it would open high and then it might go down. Looking at TSXV, it has been going up. On Wednesday, it crossed 756 and then it saw a correction, much like TSX. It opened low on Friday and then gave a better closing towards end of the market on Friday. Now, Nasdaq, it had similar trend, very much close to TSXV, not exactly the same, but as you can see that it started going up on Thursday. Then on Friday, it went down and gave a recovering close towards the end of the market. Now coming to stocks in my watch list, IPDN, we had discussed this last week. It was in my watch list, and as I was expecting that it might come up sometime, it happened this week that on 5th, there was a news that it has an agreement for partnership with WebScribble, which took its price above 90%. I was holding this when it went up, was able to liquidate close to 80% and still have 20% of it, as I see that the stock over 47% compared to the start of the week. So I expect that it might further go up. If you see its 1 year peak, it has close to 3.6, and its long term it can go much higher. So I'm still hopeful that it's good to hold for long term. Now coming to GPV, as I mentioned earlier, it has been discussed, and thanks to some of the members on the call and in the group, we have been discussing about this. It went up on Friday. I think it went up over 23%, though closed little lower. But however, you can see that in this week it has gone over 20.4%. Now next is WCP. It's under energy, and this week energy stocks have shown that they are recovering from their low trend that has been going on. So some of the energy stocks this week has done quite well, and one of them is WCP. It went up close to 16.20%. Another in energy is TOG. This has been one of my reliable stocks. It was traded close to 1.7 last week, and then it gave a closing at 1.88. It had touched 1.9, hoping that it might touch 2 if the energy stocks continue on their uptrend. Now coming to stocks which had gone down this week, CUF.UN, it was traded close to $8, almost up to mid of Thursday, and then it fell. It had a fall of close to 15%, then it recovered a bit and it closed around minus 13%. So it would be good to watch and consider it if it starts taking uptrend again. Now next is Datadog. It was traded close to $95, and after its earnings release on Thursday, it went down and gave a closing down about close to 20%. One more stock which was traded higher, and after its earning, it had a drastic fall as Alteryx. It had been doing well lately. It has been under the discussions for. It has been in news for quite a while. However, after its earnings release, it also saw a drastic drop, and it closed close to minus 30.6%. It would be also good to watch and consider if it starts taking up trend. Now, some of the stocks which are new in this week in my watch list are POU. This stock has grown over 25%. It's traded on TSX. Hope it as it has been growing at good rate. If it continues at its uptrend, and on a day when it goes down, I may consider to take a position in this. Now next is COV. This week it has gone down by 25%. It was traded at 1.16, though it's a penny stock. It can be considered once it starts taking uptrend. I would like to specifically mention about this stock based on the indicators which Vivek last time shared with us, taught us. So some of the indicators which Vivek taught us last week, I have applied those indicators on this stock. If you see, um, if you see YTD chart of this stock, it's Williams R is close to minus 99%, close to minus 100%. Its CCI is close to minus 200%, and it's it is touching the lower edge of the WR chart. Sorry, it's touching the lower edge of this
Bollinger Band.
yeah,
Bollinger Band.
yeah, Bollinger Band. And as you see that in this, based on Vivek's suggestion, instead of using candlesticks, I am showing this on Heiken Hashi. So as per his suggestion, that if this stock touches this lower band and it is closer to minus 100 on Williams R, and in minus 100, minus 200 on CCI, it's something that you could consider to buy. As soon as you see a green candle, it would be or just before green candle, you could consider to buy, or you could wait for one green candle to buy. Vivek can add to it if he has some inputs to it.
Amal, can you take your cursor to the candlestick on the last earning? That red
Uh,
candle.
yeah.
What is the low of that candle? One
So
candle. Yeah. What is the low of this candle?
it's 0.69, whereas
0.70.
yeah, yeah, this
0.70.
point one, it's 1.09.
No, the low. No, the low is 0.70.
The
Low
twig
is
is at, yeah,
0.70.
the twig is at 0.70. Yeah,
Yeah. So and currently trading at about a 0.91 or 0.87. Current trading at 0.91.
right,
Now the Williams R has already turned. If you look, Williams R has already turned,
right.
right? But CCI has not.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in case the CCI also turns, this will be a very good buy straight to a target of 140 plus, around 140.
Wow.
So this will be
See here, one
a
more thing I'll
half
add.
a dollar, half a
See,
50
it's
cent.
yeah, carry on.
Right now, I would, if I was a trader, if I'm an aggressive trader, I will enter in at this current rate of 0.91 or 0.85 with a stop of 0.7. So I'm taking a stop of 15 cents and I'm bidding for a target of 50 cents
Right.
By the
or
way,
half a
this is
dollar.
also a perfect
I'm
for
talking
swing
about
traders,
1
huh?
to 3. Come again, Ehsan?
This is also perfect stock for the swing traders now. Anytime, as Vivek or highlighted, this technical indicator is start moving, you will see maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, it will find a support, and from there it's for sure it will give us at least minimum 5 to 10%, because this is what the swing traders usually like this type of, they see the candle bar or red, and one candle bar, if you see, go back to the previous little bit, you will see all these red bars, and suddenly one there is will be a
Green,
big
green
green
cap.
bar will come,
Right.
and there they will offload, because this is perfect for swing traders. So
Absolutely.
we will watch out for this. Good.
Absolutely.
I would buy it at around 0.85 or zero point 0.8. I would keep a buy order and immediately keep a sell order also at around point 0.3, 1.3. I would do that.
Yes.
If I'm the
Perfect.
trader, I would do that. Buy
Ab-
it, keep a buy order at 0.85 and
mhm.
immediately on filling in the order, keep a sell at 0.3, 1.3.
Right. Absolutely. That's a wonderful suggestion, and it it's confirmed by the trend as well. As you can, as Hassan was also mentioning, that after red candles, if you see the next green, it's a big green candle. So at least 10% gain is for sure if anyone is looking for a swing trade. Um, Here in this case, it was much higher. Whereas if you trace back in previous cases, there's at least 10% gain if someone has taken position on the red candle and the next green has at least 10% of gain. Okay, yeah, thank you all. Thank you, Vivek and Asan. So moving to, yeah, so moving to next is DVVT. It's traded on NASDAQ. It has gone down by close to 45%. And again, as we see the indicators on Williams R, it is close to 99%, uh, uh, down by 99%. Its CCI has it has taken uptrend. It was close to minus 443 on Friday. Sorry, last week, but still it's closer to minus 200. So if you see the, it's still a good position. It's still at a good value to consider for buying, and again it can also give for short term traders. It can give if you buy close to for this, since last support was 2.38, and lowest was 1.96. So a buy of close to $2 and uh, a sell price of $6 for short term would be uh, something that you could look for this stock. Maybe Vivek or Asan, if you would like to add.
I would basically come and hold on this till I don't see a green candle, because the volume has come up pretty big.
Connection reestablished.
I agree with Vivek.
The volume is in pretty big out of the blue. Average volume has suddenly shot up in the last about 1 week trading, 7 days of trading. Just
Right.
after earnings, also it has shot up. So I would wait for a
Yeah.
green to go and buy with the low of the recent low.
Because usually, you know, after the result, usually all these fund managers, they, you know, usually take out their position, because those who doesn't like, you know, to hold these stocks, they usually sell. Because most of the, if you see, even I was checking right now our previous COV, they announced the result, okay, and most of there was a covenant which they did not fulfill. So that's the reason, you know, most of the fund manager, they usually don't like these stocks. So let give them, you know, 1 or 2 trading session. Once it will be a green signal, a green candle will
And
be there, then we can take for short term entry. I will agree with Vivek here, because I believe again we need to check this, because most of the companies, they announce the results now. So if you click again in the expectation, Kamal, just check what was the earning. See,
it was an estimate was minus 1.8, whereas they reported minus 0.8.
so basically it's surprise. It's a good
It's
result.
it's a positive
So
result.
yeah, so I think we have to check further on this.
Right. So what I was expecting is that it
Hmm.
might fall down further up to $2 or 1.96, and then it would um, take its uptrend.
Okay.
So currently it's traded at 2.32. So I am expecting that it might fall down bit further up to 1.96 or 2, and then we might see a green candle. So as Vivek and Asan suggested, we can wait for its green candle or have limit buy set, and uh, based based on maybe it would be better to watch for a couple of trading days in the coming week, and then consider if you feel that it's taking a trend, then you could consider for buying. So this was it from me from the stocks, and we can go to question answer session. We did discuss a bit.
Try and look at Brookfield's management asset BAM dot A. BAM dot A.
BA,
BAM dot A.
BAM.
Brookfield Asset Management.
It's on TSX.
Yeah, these are all TSX.
Okay.
All the stocks that I'll give you will be on TSX.
Okay.
I don't believe in taking NASDAQ. Why give the Americans money?
Okay. Yeah. So this week it has fallen, and even on 1 year chart it is down. Let's see.
I have given it a call
Mm-hmm.
to buy at 41.75. I think on the 4th or before that. I don't know when.
On 41.
On 4th of August.
Okay. Let's see.
I've given a call to buy at 41.75 with a target of 49.75.
Let's
Not
draw
yet triggered. Not yet triggered.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
August 4th.
Yeah. So your target price looks absolutely correct.
49.75, yes.
Yeah. So your target price is absolutely correct. Let's see if its buy price, since it is
41.75. I don't think it has been triggered yet, but
Let's see.
about to get triggered. 41.75.
Yeah, so it's buy price of
41.
41.75.
I know it's a little conservative. I could go even further down.
Right. So for around 41.5 is you can still
Appropriate. So
have at 41.5.
reason
Yeah.
of changing over was the CCI and the Williams are.
Yeah.
Check it out.
It has
When it has
started.
reversed, what date it has reversed?
Yeah, it has reversed on
4th
4th,
of August,
4th of August. It has reversed.
precisely.
Both CCI and Williams are. It has reversed on 4th. So you might wait for a couple of more days. If not, then maybe you
Yes.
could uh, set your buy price little higher for maybe for smaller quantity. So if it if it continues trading up, maybe you could set little higher, but 41.5 looks to be a good resistance level for having a limit buy order.
Very true.
Yeah. And definitely your target price is absolutely for short term is absolutely correct, and those who are
Yeah.
looking for long term, they can have their target price close to $60. Yeah, $60.
And I always would trade in such a way that take out my principal capital with a small margin and leave the balance as free stocks.
That, that's a
That's the
wonderful.
right trade. That's the
Yeah,
right trade. Pick up a portfolio and leave it for let it run.
right, that's a wonderful strategy. Yeah, so a buy price close to this for 41.5 and
41.25 or 41.5. Yeah.
yeah,
And a target of 49.75.
for short term, and then if someone wants to hold
60.
for long term, 60. Okay, thanks Vivek for this. Any other
Yeah.
stocks?
You want me to start giving all of them?
It's up to
All
you.
in one shot?
We have Tahir session as well.
You ask if Tahir is in, then I'll stop.
Yeah. And any other questions or any other stock if you guys would like to get it
Yeah,
analyzed
check
now or
BlackBerry. Where to sell for a short term?
okay. Let's,
Blackberry.
so we have 10 minutes. So I'll continue my session for 10 minutes, and then once we rejoin, then maybe Tahir can take over. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
TSX. Okay, so
Up.
it has gone up already on Williams R and CCI. For selling, what can be our good resistance level for this? So at what price do you have?
See, it's for long term. I can see if you ask me fundamentally, I will sell it around $50. But I want to get your price. To be honest, I bought around 6.70. So
Wow.
I saw it 6.14, and then yesterday I saw it 6.88. So I don't know where to sell. But if you ask me as a fundamental,
Mm-hmm.
it can easily by the end of September, it will be trading around 10 plus for sure. This is short term, I'm telling you, because
I
there are
think
so many positive things, and it's not priced in for this stock. But I don't
I think
know how you guys see it as a technical point of view.
then I think Ehsan, BlackBerry is a long-term one because as you mentioned, right, especially from a cybersecurity point of view and even
Hmm.
others, they are getting involved and they've got lots of projects. So I would
Correct.
say 10, as you mentioned, yes, September is good, but it will just fly by in the next few months. Trust me. Once
Exactly,
things
I agree. Yeah.
go in this thing. So I of course, as a trader, yeah, you can trade it, but I would say this would be more of a long-term stock if you're looking at say 1-2 years, say if you're trying to invest in a TFSA or something, and just forget it for the next 1-2 years, and it'll more than triple for sure.
Agree with you, Aditya.
Mhm.
So
Can I
that's what,
buy also?
I'm not in a hurry because the
Can
thing
I?
is, yeah, please.
Sorry. One thing which I can see from the charts is that the price moved up from the lower Bollinger, crossed the mid Bollinger, and has stayed up from the mid Bollinger all through and through. That means right from at this point from June, 1st June.
Mm-hmm.
Kamal, can you take the cursor there?
From 1st
Yeah.
June.
From 1st June of 1st
Okay.
June onwards, it has crossed the mid Bollinger and
Mm-hmm.
moved up and has stayed above the mid Bollinger. So right from 1st June till this green candle, this has been kind of a accumulation, I would say. I would say it's an accumulation because the Williams R has also just turned positive after a day earlier. The Williams R also has just turned positive.
Right. So I'll just keep the same.
Just zoom into the chart.
Maybe next year it will be trading around
So then
$1,000.
what you're talking about is right. Shortly it could touch 10, then it will go to 12, and after to 16. I would go 10, 12, 16.
Yeah. So 16 looks to be 16 or
16 and 16 would be
7.
the right approach time to get out.
Okay, perfect.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So 16 or someone is too aggressive, they can keep. I think 16 is the best price
16
to
or
get out.
1650, 16 or 1650 or 1670.
Yeah.
Perfect time to get out. But yes, 10, 12 and 16 is very possible. Highly possible.
And if we see its all-time chart, it was higher, much higher than that as well. So if the good news still continue, maybe we can buy again and keep it further, or liquidate some amount and then have some of it for much longer term, because its all-time high is much higher.
So just to add on to it, Kamal, so one more thing what I want to suggest is earlier BlackBerry was only into phones, but
Mhm.
right now it is more into your security softwares and even they're assisting in say automotive technology and other stuff. So once say this COVID stuff is over or once they run past through it, right? So I am sure it is going to cross 50 for sure. It might not be in the near future, but say in the longer run it would, because that is the only company which has got a very secure software compared to other organizations.
Yeah, plus I will add one more thing. They will come up for sure. They are coordinating with Bell Communication for 5G launch, and Bell is very much interested. Again, see, the timing is what I'm telling you is the same thing where the announcement will also come, where all these news will flow also. Like they were planning to in the last quarter, they want to come up with this 5G launch. Bell Communication, okay. And the second thing is, see, their debenture, they want to close it before the October, if I'm not wrong, first week of October, or September. They want to close it, the previous debenture that they issued, and the new they will replace it with the less percentage, with the, I believe, I shared it around in the group, like they want to debenture will be around $6. So basically they are blocking $6 price, so it will not go for sure below than $60, $6.
$60.
So
Right.
yeah, so all this positive will come, and the announcement will be around end of September also. So all this will come in the month of September, and I hope that this stock did not perform yet,
Mhm.
and this will for sure boom.
Yeah.
Very true.
Thanks. Yeah. Looking at the good news come. Yeah.
Yes, sorry, just one more point before you start. So just to add on to BlackBerry, guys, I would say since 5G is coming, right, have a look at Nokia as well, just for everyone. Just have that on your chart.
So
Nokia.
we have 2 minutes.
Perfect.
It's showing on ML.
Okay, I want to share one stock with you guys. I don't know whether you are interested in this, but I'm very much interested. I don't have cash, so I don't want to invest it. This one, like I identified this GPV, and the second is. Shall I share it with you, Kamal, or we'll wait for Tahir?
We have 2 minutes.
Okay, so
If you
check the PTQ. It's a
PTQ.
PTQ Venture Protect Home Medical Corp.
So
It's
is it on?
excellent company. It's
Is it
a
on
venture, TXX Venture.
TSXV?
I will tell you, yeah, I will tell you all this like Vivek, only the Canadian stocks, no Nasdaq.
That's awesome. Yeah. So Protect Home Metal Corp.
Yes, the company business model is absolutely perfect. I really like it, and even this, I believe they are going to announce the third quarter, second week or third week of August,
Mm-hmm.
and they are expecting that the revenue will be around 25 million range. So I don't know how you guys take it as a technical, but fundamentally excellent business model and excellent growth company like GPV.
Okay.
But I want your unbiased opinion on the technical.
Sure. So if we see its 1 year chart on Williams R, it is close to minus 66. On CCI, it's minus 37, and it's touching its mid average. Yeah. So maybe we might wait for some more time, watch it to go a little lower, and
Look to buy
around
around
or
105.
yeah, around 1.05, or yeah, that could be a
Okay,
good
perfect.
buy
Very
price.
strong support at 105.
Yeah, you can
Perfect.
see.
But watch out, keep it in watch list. If the announcement will be very good, it will for sure, will increase.
Right.
Because I
So
think
Which month,
announcement will be
Sam?
in the second quarter or second week of August, which is, I believe, next week.
we were talking about PTQ, and 1.04, 1.05 looks to be a good buy price for this. We don't see Hassan and Tahir yet. I think we can continue meanwhile.
So Kamal, one question, is GPP still a good buy? I think it's at 1.5 or something, right?
Yeah, what I would suggest is it is currently at 1.47. Better to wait, as this it should try to cover up this gap. If we show in chart, it has been going up, and on Friday, okay, on 5 minute chart, it's showing it it went down while closing, but it was trading about 23%, as I mentioned. So if it can come down again, buy price of 1.29. Let's see. Yeah, if it shows correction, maybe a buy price around 1.29. As of now, to me, looks like 1.29 would be a good buy.
What was the reason for the upstart? Was it the earnings? Go back to previous chart.
On 1 year?
1 month.
On
1 month or 3 months. Yeah, that day the earning day. 1 month or 3 months. Yeah, earning.
yeah, so this earning was in July, 20th July.
That is not far. That's just less than 10 days away. 10, 15 days away.
Yeah.
And
And
it has spurted up to almost double.
exactly, it was traded close to, on the day of earning, it was on 1.80 and it is now at 1.5.
1.5.
So it has doubled after its earnings.
Almost doubled within the last 15 days.
Yeah,
And doubled with huge volumes. Each time it has spiked up, it has spiked up with the volume.
right.
Much higher volume.
So I think if it shows a correction this week, it would be good time to get in, as
Yes.
there are lots of positive news about this stock.
Green power.
Yeah.
130, 129, 130, perfect time.
Yeah.
Your Fibonacci is correct.
Thanks. So Aditya, is that fine?
Oh yeah, thanks for this, Kamal. It was really useful. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so Tahir is here, and I would like to hand over the session to Tahir. If any other questions not related to stocks we can have now, or if related to stocks and analysis we can have as part of Tahir's session. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thank you all.